Okay, so yesterday, a few of you guys know that we had a problem with our black lab. I'm going to show you some pretty gross pictures so you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of graphic. If you don't have a strong stomach, I suggest leave. Don't look. You can listen, maybe just don't look because this is going to be gross. And my husband come in the house, it was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and he says, I don't know how I'm going to handle this. And he handed me his phone. He says, look at the last two pictures. And he took pictures of his dogs, our dogs. This one was his dog, mostly. He took pictures of the dog's poop and brought it in the house for me to see. I called the vet and told the receptionist what was happening. And we just had the dog in the week prior for a physical and his blood work and everything came back amazing. He's doing real good. So there was one concern, and that is a very large mass called a mast cell tumor on his side, and it sticks out kind of far. It's large, but he's had it for a while, and it doesn't seem to bother him. He also has one on his leg. But because it didn't seem to bother him, we just, you know, kind of watch and see how he does. Well, yesterday, blood appeared in his stool. And I'm going to show you some pictures of it. So, in case you see this with your dog. Hi, Tams. Welcome to chat. I'm going to show some pictures of Coco's poop from yesterday. He is doing better. Doing better. Okay, this is going to be gross. If you don't want to watch, don't look. But I'm going to do a screen share and show you what we've seen yesterday. And then I'm going to go through everything that happened since. He is better. So I don't think it's the cancer. Yet. Not yet. So let me do a screen share. This is what we saw. This is what Kevin's seen. And he took a picture. Now you can tell it's blood because the blood kind of is being absorbed by the snow. And the other picture of the next stool that he had. Oh, wait, wrong way. Is right here. And you can see where the blood around the edges was going into. So this is definitely blood. So I called the vet, and the vet told me, give him Pepto-Bismol. and just see how he does. It was, closing time. Our other alternative would be is to drive 2.5 miles to the pet emergency hospital. And we had an ice storm coming in. Right now we've got a sheet of ice on everything. There's no traffic. So we just thought we'd see how wait and see how this goes. He's 13 years old, and we can expect things to go wrong, things to happen. So I called the vet, and she got back to me. And the best we can do right now is observe and put him on a bland diet. He can have like cottage cheese. He can have rice and hamburger, things like that. Normally, we feed him senior Blue Buffalo wet food and dry food for seniors. And he was thriving. He grew up on a raw diet. I always fed the dogs raw. But we switched over just a couple of years ago. So I got him to eat. He would not eat supper last night, but I did manage to get him to eat a little bit. And that was cottage cheese. And when he was trying to eat out of, it was a real small dish, and I was holding it. His tongue was flicking the cottage cheese kernels up in my hair, and he said it was funny. But I got him to eat, and he started perking up a little bit. He drank a lot of water, a lot. I told the vet that I think this is some kind of inflammation. She talked about this tumor that he has, and she said it is aggressive. She thinks it could have gone by me describing the color of the blood. She says it sounds like it wasn't digested, so it's not the stomach. She says this is the small and large intestines, and a cancer could have went there, which is true. It could have. It could be. He's not very active. He's kind of I don't know, I call it droopy. He wasn't active anyways at 13. But he's up on his feet a little bit more as this morning is going on, so it's good. He seems to be like he's in a lot of pain. Last week, that vet switched his pain medication. He was on Galliprant for quite a while without any problems. But she switched him to something else. I had the name of it. It's an anti-inflammatory. I don't have the bottle right here. Sorry. Wait a minute. Maybe I do. Yes, I do. She switched him to something else called Carprofen. Carprofen. And that was last week. I think that this is the problem. So we're going to keep him on a bland diet for a while. At his age, he has arthritis, he has cancer. We want to keep him as comfortable as possible in his last days here, or it's days, month, we don't know. But We want to keep them comfortable. And so I'm going with the meds. I'm going to put him back on Galliprant in a couple of days when he is pooping good. There's no signs of blood, and he's kind of back to himself. He's going back on Galliprant. But I think that the blood was from this medicine. Um, I almost panicked. My husband panicked. We didn't expect this. It was just like a total, after getting amazing blood work back. She says his blood work is amazing for his age and stuff like that. And for this to happen was a shock. So today he is perking up, doing better. He's been off of this medicine since day before yesterday because he gets it in the evening with a meal. And he's been off yesterday and today. So we're going to see what he's like Monday and Tuesday. And if this is cleared up a little bit from a bland diet, he's going to go back on the Galliprant because he can hardly move. His arthritis is pretty bad. So I think it was the new meds. Yes, you're right, Tams. You're right. That's it. The new meds were really hard on his stomach. And that's what I seen in Kevin seen in his stools was the blood. So yeah, and it being bright blood, it wasn't digested. So with him, it didn't come from the stomach. I think it didn't digest well, and it made his intestines inflamed. So, and he did not have diarrhea before that. It just happened very suddenly. So, this is my husband's dog. I'm going to go through a few pictures and explain. The icon that I'm using right now while I'm live of this white lab is his brother. They're from the same litter, and we've had these dogs for 13 years. They were gifted to me when I lost my other dog. A very, very good friend of mine brought me these two dogs for my birthday. It was unexpectedly. And when she came with these two dogs, I couldn't tell her no. So I wound up with these two dogs, and it turns out they were like some of the best dogs I've ever had in my life. I'm a dog person. I've had dogs my whole life. And, well, I just love my dogs. So we had two labs. I've usually had more than one dog. I've had 4 dogs once, and I like the big dogs. So you can imagine what the house is like sometimes with 4 big dogs. But I'm going to screen share and go through some of the photos that I put together in a folder and show you a little bit of these guys. They were always together, and when they laid down, they always had to be touching. And even if it was just a paw, they had to be touching. The white dog was the alpha, and the black dog was the beta. The black dog was shy, very shy. And the white dog was just all out there. Now, when they would eat, I would feed them both at the same time in opposite ends of the room. They did not eat together. So, because the white dog would gulp his food down and then want to go for the black dog's food, so I had to be in the middle. That black dog would sit at his bowl and wait until the other dog, his brother, was done eating. When the white dog, whose name is Dusty, was done eating, then Coco would eat his food. And it was the loyalty to the pecking order. He would sit and wait. He would sit up on a chair and wait for my husband to come home every day. Either that or the kids coming home from school. He would sit and wait. He knew, he can tell time. He knew what time they were coming home, and he'd crawl up on this chair and be looking out the window, watching for him. And here's some meme that I always had, just, because it's cute and it's true, and it kind of looked like him. So I threw that meme in there. And this is what it's like when I would brush them with a razor comb. I would do the razor comb a couple of times a year, and it looks like another dog laying there. Don't show Tooth that. She'll get some ideas for her knitting. Now this is another picture of him laying out in the sun. He was a happy dog. We lost the white dog last August. And I'm going to tell you something. Coco does not like Sasha. He doesn't like her. This is his house, and she's invading his space. And that is why we put gates up in our house to keep them apart, in hopes that they would get used to each other through the gate first. And we got the trainer. When the trainer came over, he brought the e-collar. And we let Sasha loose, and she had to be zapped with the collar, and he nailed her at the same time. He nailed her right in the nose. So she got like a double dose of discipline that day. She got her ass kicked, and she has been a different dog since then. She's been, when she comes up to him, she will lay down and like sneak on her, not sneak, but kind of crawl with her belly to the ground and inch her way up to him. And he still doesn't like her. So there's nothing we can do. He's set in his ways. He's 13, but we've got them separated again. It's at his age, we're not going to give him any more stress. So this is the dogs when they were a puppy. Coco was the ball player. Dusty was the hunter. Dusty was a good bird dog. Just a few pictures of them together. Well, I always had them with hats on or something silly. But here they are sleeping, and every time they slept, it was together like that. Coco was Dusty's support. Dusty never liked his toenails cut, and Coco was always there to support Dusty. And this is one of those situations right here where Dusty was getting his toenails cut, and Coco would come and give him support. I mean, these dogs were amazing, just amazing dogs. The love and loyalty that they showed towards each other and my husband and myself. Just some funny pictures of them growing up. And I fed them raw, and Coco would always pick the broccoli out of the bowl. And there you can see the little piece of broccoli. He did not like broccoli. And the other dog loved the vegetables. They would wait for me. In fact, this picture here is the dogs waiting for me to come back in from the garden, because I'd have a basket and a cabbage leaf would always be hanging out, and Dusty would always grab whatever greens was hanging out of that basket. So playing in the snow, they loved their snow. He would pick all the toys out of the toy box until he found his ball. I mean, he was a really shiny dog. You can tell he had a really good coat. And this is after playing ball. We had one little strip of snow left, and he went and laid in the snow. So there's more. I have so many good memories of these guys, and um, they loved kids. They loved um, people who would come to visit. They kind of protected the farm animals. They used to play with the baby goats. So, it's been a little hard, a little sad yesterday and today, but I think he's perking up. But then again, when Dusty had his stroke, he was still trying to be loyal to the day he died. So we're trying to keep Coco still and resting. And it's just kind of a wait and see thing right now. But I do see improvements. And I think he's going to pull out of this. I think it's the meds. They're hard on the stomach, and we just changed the meds. So I think that's what it is. And taking him off the meds right away as soon as we seen a problem. But I got to admit, these meds do seem better than the Galliprant for handling his pain. I got to admit that. With the Galliprant, maybe we can up the dose, because I was only giving him a half of one. Worried about it, maybe a half of one would be better than a whole one. But I think that will put him on the full dose of Galliprant. So, you guys, I just want to let you know he's perking up a little bit, and I thought I'd do it in one place here, because I had been on Discord, Facebook, email, letting everybody know, and then this way I can just send them the link and get everybody caught up all in one place. So I hope everybody is well. It's good to see you, Tams. I hope that things are good in your neck of the woods, and I'm praying for your family. I have been, and sending good vibes. Also, I have another friend who has a mother that's very, very ill right now. I've been sending them prayers and good vibes. Tomorrow would be my sister's birthday. So it's kind of a time of year that I really miss her. And I think tomorrow I'm going to celebrate her life. She's missed very, very much. And tomorrow I think that it's going to be like a family reunion on the telephone. We have some really bad weather in our neck of the woods. We have ice on everything. I hope I don't lose power today. That's true. Me either. Tams, me either. And you know what it is? You, I don't think that you've seen this yet, but every time she makes a new friend that has a YouTube channel that has lots of views, she does this. She acts out in this kind of behavior. It's nothing new for me. I've seen this happen for 6 years, and I'm not the only one. I am not. You're seeing it. You're seeing the pattern now. But there are people who have seen the same thing for the last 6 years, and it's nothing new. So after a while, you get used to seeing the same thing over and over and over. Yeah, it's nothing new. But there's like a little handful of people. I'm not going to name names, and it's more than who people think that have seen her go after families. After families. So it's nothing new. Yeah. But I wanted to keep this about Coco. If you want to get together and talk on another stream, I'll end this one. And if you want to talk, if you got some things to say, we can go live on another stream or talk in private if you feel up to it, what you want to do. Yeah, I will be around later. Evening, I don't know, I go to bed pretty early, and I've been skipping all the midnight streams I'm out of the loop. I don't even know what's happening. And it's better that way, out of sight, out of mind. But no, I've been sleeping at night. Okay, well then I'll go visit your chat. I'll give you a view. I'll visit your chat and see you over there. Otherwise, we can do it here too. Yeah, I've been sleeping really well too. And it feels good. Feels good. I'm just not even paying it much attention. I'm hearing bits and pieces. I got somebody who keeps me informed on stuff, and it's like, oh, really? Okay. Sure. Sure. If you want to stream over here, that's fine. I'll just end this one and start a new one. I will email you the link, and you can come in before I go live. Okay, I'll send you the link. 10 minutes is fine. It won't be the link to my private chat. It'll be a link to a new stream. So we'll see you in about 10.